Today, I'll show you just using ChatGPT how I created this classic snake game from scratch with zero coding knowledge, and that is also for free with HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Even if you don't know programming, now you can easily build this type of a game, and I'll show you how. Here I try to replicate this snake game we used to play in the Nokia Snake game during that black and white era. This is not some typical game you see people create all over YouTube where just those square boxes form a snake and eat another box as the snake's food, and that's it. But this is almost a complete replica of the original snake game with the almost same snake design. The snake will eat this food, and then there's also a big food as a bonus where the scores multiply after this bonus food is eaten. Also the exact sound effect just like the old Nokia Snake game. Not only that, I will also make this live via GitHub so that everyone and you too can play it, and I'll show you how to do that. First of all, open your Chrome browser and open the ChatGPT website. You can go to chat.openai.com. This will get you to the ChatGPT website. So here is the interface of ChatGPT, and this is GPT-4o and it's free. Now what I need to do is to tell it to make me the same game design and to be able to get the accurate output. I will need to find some images of the exact game that I'm planning to create here. So I'm gonna find for Snake Xenzia game for Nokia. This is the one. Now I'm gonna take a screenshot of this so that I can attach it to the ChatGPT. I can save this. I'll go back to ChatGPT. Let's start with the interaction now. I'm just gonna say first yo as a conversation starter, and it will respond back to me with that. I can attach the screenshot here, this one. Now I'm gonna ask it, first of all, do you know what game is this? See, now it knows exactly what this is, so we can proceed further. Now I can ask it to please help me recreate the same game using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, exact game functionality, design, and the rest as it should be. Now it will give me all the code. If you don't know programming, you don't need to worry about all these codes here, as ChatGPT will generating it for you from A to Z. All you need is to copy and paste the code. See, now it also gives me these instructions to use the code and where I should paste it. Now I can go ahead and start implementing the project. So I can create a new folder for this project. I'll name it Snake Game as it should be. Then inside this folder, I'll create a file as per the instructions given to me by ChatGPT. So here you can select text document, because once you change the file extension, it will automatically convert it into the correct file. So this one is index.html. Enter yes. See here, the file is converted to an HTML file. So next I will create the CSS file. Style.css file, and this is converted to CSS file. And the last one is the JavaScript file, and the name for this one will be script.js. So that's the only 3 files you will need in this project. Now I will open the code editor. I'm using the Visual Studio Code editor. You can download it from here, and the installation process is quite straightforward. Then you can drag this folder to the Visual Studio. Yes, I trust the author as I am the author. Now you will need to copy and paste all the codes provided by ChatGPT to their respective files. So HTML code to the index.html file, paste. CSS to style.css file, paste. And JavaScript to the script.js file. And you can save all of it at the same time from this save all option. Now you can select this go live option here, and it will take you to the Chrome browser automatically. See, now the game opens instantly because I have this live server extension in my Visual Studio. You can install that from here. Search for live server extensions and install it. I already have it installed. What this will do is it will open your project to the browser and run it automatically. Any changes you make to your code, the change will take place in your browser automatically without needing to refresh the browser at all. So now it does not get the snake design right, but the color schema is correct. So that's a start. Now you can try to play the first version of the game. This is what you usually see on any YouTube videos when someone tries to create the snake game, but I will go beyond that. See the square as a snake body and form from its length after this food is eaten. The snake dies when it hits the wall. Now when the snake dies, you will have to click on the reload option to start a new game, but I don't like to go that far, so I'm gonna ask it to create a new game button when the snake dies instead of pressing the reload browser. Add a new game button when snake hit the wall or hit itself. Now it will give me this updated code, and I will need to replace this new code to the old ones. Copy it, paste, save all. See now this new game option when the snake dies. See, for now only this regular food is available, but just like in the original snake game, we will also ask it to implement the big food we used to see after every 5 regular food is eaten. So I can say add a big food after 5 normal foods are eaten and multiply the big food score by 5 times the normal food. Since we don't want it to be the same score, it's kind of a bonus food. Copy and replace the old codes. This time only the JavaScript code, since the changes only in that file. Okay, so food 1, food 2, food 3, food 4, and now food 5, and boom, big food in blue color and the score multiplied by 5 times. So now, just like the old classic snake game, I don't want the snake to die when it hits the wall, but I want it to appear from the opposite side. I want the snake to die only when it hits itself. So I can say when the snake hits the wall, don't make it die. Instead, make it appear from the opposite side of the wall. It will only die if it hits itself. Copy and replace the JS code. See, exactly like what was told. Now I don't want this score to be static like this for every game, but I want the high score element also, so that users can fight to be better in every game. So I'll ask it add the option to display users' last score and also store their highest score. Copy, paste. So see here, the score will be stored on a local storage or on the user's browser storage, so that it will remain there even if the user closes their browser and reopens and plays the game again. See now, the old score and high score are stored here. Now the way the scores are displayed is not good at all, so I'll ask it to please correct the design. The score displayed should be above the playground. Copy and replace the old codes. Now the score is outside the playing area. Now the border or the outline is all over the place. I can ask it again. The outline should be within the playground only. Currently the outline is displayed for with the scores section. Sorry guys for the bad prompt I'm writing. English is not my first language, but ChatGPT will understand whatever I ask it to do. Trust me, just the intention needs to be correct. So copy paste. See, it understood exactly what I meant. Looks like there's an issue here. When I try to turn the down side and then right side at the same time, the snake dies even when it's not hitting itself yet. So I'm gonna ask, looks like the snake haven't hit itself when it tries to turn, but the snake died for some reason. Copy and paste. Let's try to play it again. Looks like it's still the same issue. Maybe my issue wasn't clear enough, so I'm gonna ask it again. I'll try to make it clear. I'm gonna say it still dies when it just tries to turn twice simultaneously at the same time to make 2 turn. Copy and paste. Let's see now. See, they understood perfectly the problem and what I meant, even with bad prompt. So now this big food needs to go away at some point, and it should not always remain there if the snake does not eat it. And I would also like to make the big food score increases by 50 times instead, to make it more fun. So let's make the big food score 50 times the normal score. Also, let only display the big food only for 5 seconds. Enter, copy, paste. Let's try to play it again. See, now the Bigfoot score is 50 times, and also the Bigfoot went away after 5 seconds if it's not being eaten. Now the issue is that the users won't be able to see how much time is left for the food to remain visible, so I'm gonna ask it, please display the progress bar for the Bigfoot to display when it will be gone, or how long it will remain there. Copy, paste. See the progress bar. Let me do that again. See if it went away after 5 seconds. See, it went away after 5 seconds. So now I don't want the Bigfoot score to be the same amount even if the snake eats it in the last moment. The score should not be 50 when it's eaten, when it's almost gone, but the score should be less for that case. So I'm gonna ask it, please reduce the Bigfoot score by 10 times after every second gone. Enter. Like if it's eaten instantly, that means within 5 seconds, so the score should be 50, and within 4 seconds the score should be 40, and when it's almost gone, and that is within 1 second left, the score should be 10. So copy, paste. Let's try to play that again. See, exactly like what I meant. This is within 3 seconds, and that's 30 points there. Again 30. Now that's 40. Now the issue is that the food displays within that snake's body when the snake is getting longer, which should not be the case. So I'll ask it to fix that. So the food sometime displayed within the snake movement area. Please make sure the food only display outside the snake movement area. Now I guess that is fixed as well. So I'm gonna try to play some more. Yes, that is fixed. Now I would like to have this play area a little bigger, the width, not the height. So I'm gonna ask it, can you make the playground width a little bigger, maybe 1.5 times the height. Currently height is okay. Enter. So copy, paste. Perfecto. Now I think the last score option is not necessary at all, so I'll ask it to remove it and to improve the score line design. Please remove the last score option, and the current score and highest score should be displayed in line opposite to each other, and display the Bigfoot progress foot in between the current and highest score, and also remove the white background from the highest score. So copy, paste. That's much better, minimalist and clean. So now I don't want the game to instantly start when it opens, so we should have the start option to start as and when we are ready. I'll ask it to please add the option to start the game after the game is open. Currently the game starts instantly without any heads up. See, that's perfect. So now the moment the game opened, we have this start option as and when we are ready. Now here comes the main part, where I will try to mimic the same snake design as the original one. So I'm gonna send it the screenshot here again and ask it to make it just like that. So I'm gonna attach the screenshot here, and I'll ask it, can we make the snake design look exactly like this? The snake movements and how the snake actually moves in real life, like there's a curve or something. I'm not sure what that term is called when turned to other side. Again, English is not my first language, so sorry for the bad writing. Copy, paste. It doesn't get it at all, so let me try that again. The thing is, I guess I'm not able to convey to it what I meant, so I'm not sure what that is called when the snake moves just like in real life. Oh wait, I'll ask for help from guess who? Well, obviously from ChatGPT itself, so I can open another chat or tab to explain what I meant. So I'll attach the screenshot here again. So I'm gonna ask it like, what is that thing called when the snake moves? Well, it actually explains about that snake game itself because they just took the term from the screenshot. All I wanted to explain what that snake movement is called, just like the real life snake. Like the snake doesn't move straight. What it's called? Again, it explains about the game itself. Not the game, but the snake in general. Okay, so it is called lateral undulation. Well, I guess no one sees that coming. So now I'll just copy and paste that term here and ask for that type of movement again. The snake should move in a lateral undulation and not straightforward like that. Meh, doesn't work at all. The good thing about ChatGPT now is that you can edit your prompt and you can continue from the position where you think you got the best response and result. So I will ask for it to cancel the last request and get back to the previous working code. Oh, I got an idea. What I will do is I will take the body design from the screenshot that I have itself and edit its part and use that instead. Hope that will do it. So I'll open Photoshop to edit that. I'll take it part by part and I'll take the head first and the rest as follows. So now before I move forward, I'll just ask it to give me the previous working code so that I can continue from that. So give me the full code again. So copy, paste all of the codes and replace it with the last one. So this is the previous working game. Now I will give it all the parts to add here. And I'm gonna say something like, please use these 3 images as the head, body, tail of the snake and naming as per the file name, so that I don't have to edit the file name either in the code or the image name. So copy paste. That looks so creepy. Let me try to make it better and ask it. The snake body, head and tail position should turn as per the direction the snake turns to. Little less creepy, but it's far away from the intention. Now I will ask it to flip the next body after the food is eaten opposite to the previously added body, so that it might be able to make that movement curve, like the first one like this, second one this, first, second, first, second, first, second. So please make the snake body flip vertically after every movement, making it flipping to one another after each food is added. I'm not sure if it understands or not what I meant. Let's see. Well, apparently it does, but it looks bad still. Now I will ask it to make the tail flip as well after every movement. You know, like flip, 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 flip. So make the snake tail flip vertically after each movement. Copy paste. It's not flipping after each movement, it only flips after each foot and body is added instead. And also for some reason the snake's body doesn't flip, so I'm gonna say something like, the body only flips when moving sideways. It's not flipping when it moves up and down. Copy paste. That works, but still not looking good at all. Again, the tail is not flipping, which is getting frustrating now. Please make the snake tail also flips vertically after every movement. This is not good. It's getting annoying at this point. It's still not flipping. So finally, I got it to work after a certain back and forth and went back to the previously working code so many times. And also in between, I even changed the food also to make it looks just like the food in the game, and I just edit from that screenshot itself. So now I will ask it to make the big food a little bigger to differentiate it from the normal food, because this time it's not the color but it's the size that will differentiate it. So make the big food a little bigger and make it appear so that it can be eaten from the triangle of the pixel. You know, like it should be eaten not only from one line or pixel line, since it's also bigger, so it should be eaten from the edge as well. Copy paste. Yeah, see that big food is bigger. So now the big food for some reason is not eaten from the edge as described. So I'm gonna ask it again. The big food should be able to be eaten from the edge as well, since it appears a little bigger. Also make it 2 times bigger instead of 1.5. Yeah, I think that works now. So now everything works fine. Now I think the rest will be quick and easy moving forward. Making the snake design was the hardest. So now when I want to restart the game, I have to go to the browser reload option to restart the game, and that's not convenient at all. It would be better to have the restart button on the screen itself. So I'll ask it, give me the option to restart the game at any time. Now it's giving me the updated HTML, CSS and JavaScript files. So copy and paste all the files. The restart button works, but it should be displayed outside of the playing area. The reset button should be displayed outside of the playground, maybe at the bottom. Copy paste again all the codes. That's perfect. For some reason, the progress bar is also displaying at the bottom now. Why the progress bar is displayed at the below now? Ooh, my English. I meant at the bottom. Perfecto. Now I would like to change the progress bar color also to make it match the game theme. Please change the color of the progress bar just like the scoreline or the border. That looks nice now. Now comes the best part, and also I guess this might be the last part. What I will do is I will mimic the same sound when the snake eats the food, when the big food appears, when the snake eats the big food, and when the snake dies, just like in the original game. What I'll do is I'll take a record of the sound by playing the original game itself. So this is the original game. You can download it from Google Play Store. So if I play this, I will get the exact same sound and I'll record it here. So now I'm gonna edit the sounds and try to separate it accordingly. Now I have edited the file and it's all ready now, and converted it to the audio file. So I'm gonna drag it here again. So I'm gonna say use the food ate audio when the small food is eaten, or the normal food. So I have written all this from here, and just like that our full game is done. I can play this around here. See, all the sound is correct. Now I'll show you how to upload it to GitHub and make it live for the world to be able to play it. It's super simple. All you need to do is go to github.com, enter, then you can sign up for an account, which is super straightforward. Since I already have an account, I can go directly to log in, and then the page will look like this. Then you can create a new repository, then your repository name Snake Game, which is obvious again. Then you can check the add a readme file option so that you can explain to anyone visiting your code about your code and any instructions you may have. Then create a repository. Then here is your repository page. You can go to the add file to upload all of your files. Then I will drag all of my code here and wait for it to finish uploading. Then I can go to commit changes. Now I can go to the settings tab and look for the pages option, which is here. Then under this build and deployment, we can leave it at that. Deploy from branch. Then on the branch, we can leave it as that main. Here I can leave it as root, then save. So after a few seconds of deployment time, just like that, our site is ready to go live. Now I have this link I can share with you, and guess what, the link is already in the description below. If I haven't told you already, you can play it live like right now. So I'll go ahead and play it and see if it's all fine as it is. Now we can enjoy playing the game here. So everything is working very well. The sound, the score, the design, everything. To be honest, I didn't think that I could be able to do this. I said to myself that if it's not gonna work just like intended, I mean especially the snake design body part, which is the selling point of this video, well, don't bother uploading this video at all. All this work would have been a waste, all these hours. But I'm glad it worked out well. And so that's the video for you today. So this is my first ever official YouTube video. I guess you will be seeing a lot of me if you like this type of content. So make sure to subscribe and like the video, and maybe comment down below your thoughts here. So see you in the next video. Take it easy.